left arm up to the sky. So it feels like in your upper body, in a sense, that you're doing that side arm balance we just came from. Feel the outer edge of your back foot solid, that back arch lifting, and find some spaciousness in this new shape. See if there's something that you can stop that maybe feels a little bit tense, like our first exercise, so that you can start to appreciate the freedom. If you haven't yet, feel free to take your top arm, externally rotated up and overhead, and keep rotating your right ribs towards the ceiling. 3 cycles of breath, just like this. Float your left arm up to the sky. Keep your front knee bending and come upright into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. And it's like you've just dropped your mountain pose in between 2 working legs. So feel the stance of your mountain in your torso and the psychology of your mountain as you imagine being able to stand no matter what swirls around you. In this case, maybe a little intensity, in particular in that right thigh, as it starts to feel the evidence of your efforts. Your gaze might be at your right middle finger, or sometimes I like to close my eyes in this pose, just to remind myself that it truly is an inside job. That these poses are inspired from the inside. We're not chasing an outside aesthetic. Feel your hands press the air down and encourage your shoulders out of your ears. And take a moment to observe, to accept where you are, and to acknowledge the potential for growth without finding fault. You're not doing anything wrong. You're tinkering in your laboratory. See if you can coerce your right knee towards the right pinky toe side of your foot a little bit. Feel the inseam of your right leg get long. 3 breaths just like that. Beautiful. Slowly straighten your front leg. And then reach out for triangle pose, Trikonasana. Right hand on the outside of the heel, maybe on a block now, left arm up to the sky. You can look down if it helps your neck. You can look sideways. Sometimes looking up at your thumb is interesting. Play with it. Be playful. And maybe part of your stop to start is that you stop doing it the same way every time. And you start to find a newness in what you're doing. There's something called beginner's mind. And I believe that the more advanced we become at yoga, the more we really want to become a beginner again. Maybe you can find that here in this shape. Take a few breaths. Feel the inner upper arms spin away from each other, designing a little bit of spacious awareness, a little freedom there. And you're just going to take this into Ardha Chandrasana. So you'll look down. Maybe you like to put your left hand on your hip. Move your block forward about a foot in front of your right pinky toe, right hand down, and left arm up to the sky. So again, it feels like our original side arm balance, but now a little bit more weight bearing on the right leg, a little bit more like a starfish shining out in all directions. And again, you can play with your dristi, your gazing point. You could go sideways or up towards your left thumb, and just changing that vantage point can make the same pose feel deliciously different. 3 cycles of breath just like this. Great. Look down. Carefully step back into Warrior 2. Way back into Warrior 2. Deep bend in the front knee. Arms extend. Give yourself an inhale and then cartwheel your hands to your mat and exit through a vinyasa, or straight into your downward facing dog. And when you get into your downward facing dog, let it be another opportunity to stop. Sink your teeth into exactly where you are right now.